and we have to do things differently to have evolution and change happen so we don't stay
Mhm.
stuck in a frequency of dysfunction, right? And so
Absolutely.
It's like a story not yet complete.
thank you for bringing the word.
Well, I have so much to say as far as what you opened up with when it comes to evolving perspectives, because I do think that that's one thing I always have to really stress to new clients is that this is a practice.
Mm,
So there are tools that I can offer, there are tools that you can offer, but it's up to each of us individually to consistently apply them. And people think, oh, I'm just going to learn this stuff and then go on with my regular life, but it actually has to become your lifestyle
mm,
in order for it to even make any difference in your energetic vibration or your physical health or your mental clarity. So, um, one of the things that was a struggle for me, not only in trying to structure my business and really niching down what I was capable of doing with people, but it was also really interesting convincing the older generation of my parents that this is actually a reality that people are able to help other human beings virtually. And so with that being said, the foundation of the reason I call it the collective compass movement, the movement part of it is that the collective heals when you heal the individual. So the healing of the collective starts with the healing of the individual. So that's our philosophy at the collective compass, and that's rooted in me having so much love and compassion for the experience of all diverse cultures of America, and just really wanting to let people understand that hurt people hurt other people. So that's the mental side of it, and sort of the spiritual energy, that seems really toxic that can creep up on you. That kind of addresses that as well. And then just being able to keep your body in a state of its optimal health, obviously, like, complements your spiritual energy, it complements your mental space. So, um, one of the really cool things that I put together for 2021 is a list of the top 10 tools that we have. And we're just giving it to everybody because the more people that know about this, hopefully the seeds can start being planted, or the people that are already trying to find the tools can have a little bit more focus, a little bit more empowerment, a little bit more direction, and use these 10 tools to really create some big momentum as far as getting comfortable with change.
mm.
Um, and I'll go into those 10 tools in a little while. But I think the thing that I really like to stress to people when I'm talking to a larger group is that, my journey started through weight loss and just trying to feel healthier. I had always grown up feeling like an athlete, but both of my parents were practicing medical doctors, and I was the last one to get picked up at aftercare every day, in elementary school. And things like that. So there wasn't a lot of time for me to explore things outside of what my school offered. So
Mm.
middle school was my first chance at getting to play a team sport. And then in high school I did a little track because, they let everyone on the track team. So it was a way for me to stay active and still involved with a lot of my other close friends that played sports as well. So just getting into the physical side for me was my first part of trying to really get a handle on, as far as one of the three components, getting a handle on my physical health was where my journey started. And so, as you know, they all connect and we all start, with different parts. But for me, the more I got into being active, as a overweight child, I hit a growth spurt. Like, it kind of leaned me out, but not really. I just felt really heavy in my body. I just felt, you know, spiritually heavy, holding the physical weight on my body. As a child, I was really aware of that. I was just really aware that I didn't feel in my best self. When I was younger, I didn't have a weight problem. I just had a summer of 3rd grade where I just ate, I guess, nothing but macaroni and cheese and cornbread from what I can remember. It was just crazy, the difference in looking at my school pictures, because I had to look back and think, what was this? What contributed to this? What, just trying to track my energetic frequency really was a big help for me. And so with weight loss, what you tend to do is you tend to fit yourself into a program.
Yeah.
And then you get discouraged because, nothing works. And so my oldest daughter I had when I was 20, my son I had when I was 22, and being young and just thinking that your body is made to do these things, I ate literally whatever I wanted. I was still a pretty serious sugar addict. I ate tons of carbs. I had no concept of counting macros or anything like that. I mean, plus we're talking about 2005. And where I live in the Southeast, there's not as much of a community for people that were trying to have a holistic, healthy lifestyle. I realize now in hindsight, after a decade of trying to develop tools that other people can implement, one of my biggest things that I like to emphasize is that you are going to take tools that you learn and you are going to tailor them to you. You are going to take, maybe not even the whole tool works for you, maybe a piece of the tool or a part of the advice, and you're going to start with self-awareness so that you can use your senses to assess what works for you and what doesn't. And then when you add that all up together, you're going to find that you've created something really powerful for yourself to use as your own unique toolbox of just mindset practices, wellness practices.
It's like a story not yet complete.